Welcome, Brookings Honors Bio students. This is another installment in our learning about cell parts chapter, and today we're going to talk about Golgi apparatus, Golgi body, sometimes called Golgi complex. The name comes from the person who first identified these body cell parts in a cell, and his name was Camillo Golgi, and that's where the name comes from. Golgi bodies look like a stack of pancakes made out of membranes found inside the cell, and their job is to modify, sort, and package molecules coming from the ER. Think of, if you can make an analogy, maybe the post office or UPS of the cell. Their job is to take proteins made on the ribosomes passing through the endoplasmic reticulum, the rough, remember, our intracellular highway, and then package and sort those molecules, get them ready for shipment either into storage or for transport out of the cell. Basically, package it, put a zip code on it, and ship it where it needs to go. If you think about Golgi now, we have to see Golgi as part of a bigger complex in the cell. Each of these little cell parts we've been talking about does not act independent of the other. They're part of a bigger system. So if you look, recognize here's our protein coming off of our ribosomes. It's going to pass through the rough ER. And as it's going, you're going to be sending it to our Golgi apparatus, passing through, modify, sort, and ship it up to the cell membrane. We're going to watch a quick little movie about Golgi.
A secretory protein is synthesized inside the rough endoplasmic reticulum, migrates through it, and exits inside a vesicle. The vesicle travels through the cytoplasm to the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus modifies the protein. The protein is dispatched from the Golgi in a transport vesicle that then fuses with the plasma membrane, releasing the protein to the outside of the cell.
Cells that export a lot of proteins, for example, pancreas cell that makes insulin for export out of the cell. We talked about that in our first chapter. Insulin is the molecule that controls your blood sugar. Remember, people who have diabetes don't make enough of that hormone. It is a protein. And so if you have a cell that is secreting a protein like insulin, you're going to have a lot of rough ER, you're going to have a lot of Golgi bodies. So let's go back to our slideshow and see if we can get something into our flip book about the Golgi. Golgi, remember, we said looks like a stack of pancakes all stacked up. It's made out of membrane sacs. The function of the Golgi is to modify, sort, and package substances coming from the endoplasmic reticulum, either to send into storage for the cell or to export out of the cell. And we're going to add one more thing to our little page here. Those stacks of membranes, the pancake stacks that stack up in a Golgi, the stacks of membranes have a name, and we're going to put that here in our flip book. C-I-S-T-E-R-N-A-E. That's that vowels at the end to make plurals again. Cisternae. Cisternae are those membrane pancake stacks that are stacked up to make our Golgi body. Let's see if we can look at our cell picture now and see if we can find some Golgi to color in. And if you remember, we kind of talked about this part already when we did our two kinds of ER, and we said be careful to not color this because it kind of looks like smooth ER. It doesn't have ribosomes attached, but you can tell the difference between smooth ER and Golgi by looking for those pancake stacks. So I'm going to have you pick a color. If you're getting to the point where we're kind of running out of colors, I don't think I have as many colors to pick from as you do. You can start doing two colors, make a stripe or some kind of pattern. So I'm going to make my Golgi a stripe pattern. And that's going to help me to remember what they look like. They're different than my smooth ER. and it's because they make those pancake stacks. So notice plants have Golgi, animal cells have Golgi. Not in bacteria though. Remember, prokaryotes do not have organelles made out of cell membranes, made out of membranes inside their cells, and so no Golgi in a bacterial prokaryotic cell. But if you look under eukaryotes, our label here, you'll see the Golgi complex listed. I'm going to kind of fill in my name label the way I colored my part, which is with stripes. So I'm going to see if I can kind of make some stripes here to help me remember the Golgi complex. So I think that does it for Golgi. And stay tuned for our next cell part, which is coming in our next PowerPoint video.